Billy Roc is, in my opinion, probably one of the most underrated in-ring talents in this business. In my honest opinion, I think he can go with the best in the world.
Billy Roc is the king of Indiana, no gimmicks. Legit, Billy Roc is what's making Midwest wrestling better every day.
And not only in-ring is he like one of the most humble and, you know, guys to look at. He's also outside of the ring, he's just an awesome guy. He'll teach you about respect both in-ring and out of the ring.
Billy Roc is respect. Billy Roc is wrestling. Billy Roc is what is good about this business. Billy Roc is a teacher. Billy Roc is a leader. Billy Roc is a student of the game. Billy Roc is professional wrestling.
Billy Roc is a guy that I've always said is the best wrestler that you've never heard of, and got a feeling that on September 9, that's all going to change.
Billy Roc is a kid who had a dream of becoming a professional wrestler. You know, I didn't really have a whole lot going for me breaking into the business. I was 5'5", I weighed 140 pounds, but I didn't let that stop me. I went out, I got some training, you know, and I started traveling all over the state of Indiana, trying to get my big break. And then finally, I got that big break. I finally had that moment when I wrestled for Ascendity Pro Wrestling, and I wrestled Mike Quackenbush. And because of that match, that single-handedly helped put me, not say on the map, but it got me noticed. I started traveling to places. I got to wrestle in Philadelphia, which was a big dream of mine, growing up being an ECW fan. I got flown to Florida and I wrestled in the Jeff Peterson Cup. I wrestled for several big name tournaments that I'm proud to be a part of. And you know, at one time I was doing well. I was making a name for myself, and I was starting to get noticed. And then all of a sudden in September 2008, actually, to be honest, it was September 28th to be exact. That was the day my daughter was born. And at that moment, I had to make a decision. Do I still keep traveling, you know, not making much money, and being away from my daughter for days at a time? Or do I become a family man? Do I take care of her? Do I be there whenever she needs me? And to be honest, it really wasn't that hard of a decision. So I put wrestling on hold. I stepped away from it. And I put all my efforts, just like I did in wrestling, just all my efforts like I did when I wanted to make a name for myself in wrestling, I put it towards my daughter to make sure she was being taken care of and that her needs were being taken care of. But I'm not going to lie to you. Every once in a while, I'd get on that internet and I'd find out, you know, what's going on in independent wrestling, what's going on that I need to know about. And that's when I found out about Dragon Gate USA. And I watched and I seen guys like Chuck Taylor and Ricochet and John Moxley and Sami Callihan all go on and make big names for themselves. And you know, there's no jealousy. I'm absolutely ecstatic of the success that they've had in this business. I've beaten Ricochet and I've beaten John Moxley and I've beaten Sami Callihan. So deep down I always think to myself, if I was around when Dragon Gate first started, would I be wrestling alongside of them? Would I be in the ring with those guys? But I made the right decision. But then one day, I got the phone call saying, hey, Dragon Gate's coming to Indianapolis. Billy Roc, would you like to be a part of that show? Well, I contemplated it for a second. I only wrestle here and there every once in a while. But deep down, I've got to know. I've got to know. Could I have done something with my career in Dragon Gate USA? Is Billy Roc going to do Dragon Gate USA on September 9th, Indianapolis, Indiana? And the answer is yes. You see, it's not about what I need to know, it's what I have to prove. I have to prove to the fans, whether you love me or you hate me, that I was still one of the most underrated mat wrestlers in the world. I have to prove to Dragon Gate USA they didn't make a mistake inviting me to this match. I have to prove to my opponents, who may, in the back of their mind, may be thinking to themselves, what's Billy Roc done lately and why should I worry about him in this Open Invitational Match? Well, I'll explain it to you real quickly. It's kind of putting Billy Roc in a multi-man match. It's like giving Picasso a paintbrush. I'm going to prove to my daughter that no matter what you do in life, if you put, whatever you want to do, you put your mind to it, you can do it. And in 10 years, when she pops in this Dragon Gate DVD, and she shows her friends, and she can look up that TV set, all proud and say, that's my daddy. He's wrestling for the top company in the United States of America. Most importantly, it's to prove to myself that I can still go. It's to prove to myself I'm still 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And it's still to prove that no matter how old you get, dreams still can come true.